heard about this, they became indignant with James and John. Jesus called them together and said, "You know that those who are regarded as rulers of the Gentiles lord it over them, and their high officials exercise authority over them. Not so with you. Instead, whoever wants to become great among you must be your servant, and whoever wants to be first must be slave to all. For even the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many." In neither discussion does Jesus disparage the ambition to be great, nor does he float the idea of greatness as something his fellow leaders might aspire to. Rather, he takes it for granted that their motivations would push them toward achieving greatness. He just wants to point them in the right direction. He seizes the moment to contrast the prevailing notions of greatness with the genuine article and to challenge them to see greatness in spiritual terms. Jesus' idea of greatness revolves around humility and service, a far cry from our typical associations with this concept. Jesus' disciples often still don't get it when it comes to the pursuit of greatness. Unfortunately, plenty of people who posture themselves as spiritual leaders hunger for the worldly trappings of greatness, position, power, and privilege. Many leaders in the church industry evidence the same ambitions as business executives or politicians. Calling this ambition something else, call or mission, or any number of other euphemisms that spiritual leaders frequently invoke, doesn't make it any less what it really is. Unfortunately, the current culture of the North American church seems to reward this lack of character rather than to repudiate it. No wonder our witness to the world is stunted. People see through such pretensions. Effectiveness. Greatness is not just about character, it's also about effectiveness. When Jesus talked about serving others as part of his definition of greatness, he assumed that the service would actually be helpful to its recipients, and that the leaders would be accomplished. Jesus was not incompetent, nor did he look for that quality in others. He did not choose the 12 apostles based on their lack of ability. After all, he was going to trust the movement to them. Paul was never asked to give up his critical thinking or lay aside his determination. Both are attributes of great leaders. In fact, all great leaders in the Bible are characterized by their effectiveness as well as character. They didn't just have great hearts, they had great capacity to deliver. Willingness to serve. As for service as a quality of leadership greatness, we typically think of service in terms of acts of helping, supporting, encouraging, being kind, these sorts of expressions. This is too restrictive. Servant leadership is an attitude, not a genre of narrowly circumscribed actions. Service is about a desired outcome, not just the type of action a leader takes on behalf of others. Jesus served the rich young ruler when he challenged his value system. He served the woman at the well when he probed her pattern of broken relationships. He even served the Pharisees when chasing them out of the temple. In every case, those Jesus served made choices of their own in their responses, but that did not negate his acts of service to them. Great leaders bless people. They inspire and encourage. They help people become more than what they have been, maybe even more than what they thought they could be. Great leaders help people be a part of something bigger than themselves. In short, great leaders leave people better off than they were before the leader entered their lives. Need for great leaders. Unfortunately, this is not what many of us experience. Bad leaders are a form of evil. They curse people by diminishing their life. They rob people of hope. They reduce people's dreams and expectations for their lives. They discourage and disparage people. They leave people worse off than when they found them. Bad leadership is not always the result of bad character or intentional malevolence. It can result from simple incompetence. Good leaders are usually adequate to the leadership demands